Hello everybody, my name's Shane Bowes and I'm here tonight with a couple of good friends of mine, Robert Fordham and Carmen Walker. A lot of you may know me, but a lot of you may not know me as well. But what you won't know is my story. I've actually had a failed marriage, and that was pretty hard on me and my family. And in that failed marriage, I actually lost 2 businesses. But never despair. I picked myself up and I carried on. Got back on track, worked out that life is too short, and developed another business. And to cut a long story short, got involved with the wrong people and lost that empire overnight. And that actually put me into a very, very big state of depression. But I always remember a quote from my dad. My dad said, "Son," he said, "you were born to die. The time that you have in between is your destiny and you need to make the most of it." So that sort of snapped me out of the state that I was in. And then one day, had a good friend of mine who was here tonight, Bob. He asked me if I would like to join a private investment club. And quite frankly, I said no. I was done with businesses. I'd lost so much money in businesses and what it had done for me mentally and physically, I just wasn't interested. But there was something with this that said, that irritated me. I just couldn't get it out of my head. Anyway, so I looked into it and did my due diligence. Long story short, I got involved. And at the end of the day, I have never looked back. And the reason I haven't looked back is because now I am receiving a passive income for life, and my family, my children, my grandchildren are going to be grateful for the fact of what I've done today, because of the legacy that I will leave for them in the future. So with that, I thank you for your time, and I'll pass you on to Carmen.
Great story.
Thank you so much for sharing. For those of you that don't know me, my story is a little different to Shane's. So I've been a stay-at-home mum with 4 beautiful children all of my life. But what I struggled with all of my babies was postnatal depression, which turned into depression, which then turned into general anxiety, and then clinical depression. So I've actually struggled with that for well over 30 years. But what that also led me into while I was raising my babies was looking for help. So I spent years reaching out, reading self-development books, psychology books, mental health books, reaching out to psychologists, psychiatrists, family social workers. I did all sorts of courses to try to become a better parent, try to understand myself better. So during all of that period, I've always wanted to contribute financially in some way to helping raise my children, because the bulk of my life I've either been attached to somebody that has had the income for us, or I've been had to have the government support me. And it's not something that's ideal, and it's certainly not something that's going to retire me or help me get further in my life. So I was always well aware of it, but I had no idea what to do about it until about 5 years ago, when I started to look at network marketing businesses. And I started to, it took me on a journey of going into some really great opportunities, but there was nothing that really ever stuck for me. And thank goodness I've always been open to continue looking anyway. So just recently I came across an incredible idea that has really, like Shane said, it's changed my perception of everything. It's actually given me the ability to dream again, to set goals. I actually have a clear vision of how I'm going to support my children. I've always had a dream of being able to be completely financially independent from government assistance or anybody else. And that's something that I'm striving towards, and something that I know is going to come true for me and come to fruition. So, yeah, for me, all I can say is, you know, always keep looking, no matter what it is that where you've come from, what your situation is. There's always something out there that is going to create a better future for yourselves. And yeah, I love the people in this with this opportunity, and I love the vision that they have, and I love that we share it together with everybody. But thank you for your time as well. Bob?
Yeah, thanks, Carmen and Shane. Great stories there. And I too, like you guys, I've had many high highs, many low lows, a very colourful business background, but I've always been very passionate about natural health and the environment and what has always been good for the planet. So I've been on this journey for many years, and then a number of years ago, a good friend come along with this idea for me, and I said no too, and I just couldn't see the vision because I was focused somewhere else. If I had kept my parachute open, that would have been a whole different story. And however, what I've discovered with this private investment club is a loving community of some great-minded people. We're all got common goals to live a better life and create a better pathway for a better future for our families and friends. And I really am enjoying my future ahead because now I've got a 1 to 5 year plan in place, which for the first time in many years of my life, I've never had that. So I'm really excited about life, love, and having fun with a great community of people. So if there's anything here that resonates with you today, I implore you to get in touch with Shane. I've known Shane for many years. He is a team player. He supports his family and he supports his friends 100%. And when he gets onto something, he just latches onto it. And I'm really proud of the results both Carmen and Shane are getting at the moment. Well done, guys.
Yeah.
And thank you for your time.